I love it when we get the clap so good.
Every time.
Yeah. No, honestly, if there's one thing we've gotten good about this podcast is that
clap.
we are fucking phenomenal clappers.
We can clap.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Actually, this is your first time ever, but this is the Me Second podcast. I'm Quel.
I'm Rachel.
We basically started this podcast. We decided to do an intro video because we want you guys to kind of understand who we are, what we're doing, and that you're not listening to complete strangers, even though we, in fact, are complete strangers.
We're strangers, but we will not be strange for long.
Well, we'll be strange forever.
Strange.
We won't be strangers for long.
We'll be strange.
There's no way in my life that I'll ever be anything but fucking strange.
If you're strange too,
yeah,
we're for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started this podcast mainly because our dynamic as a friendship, Rachel was originally my therapist.
Yeah,
and
believe it or not.
I was her broken little client. That's not true. I'm always broken, so you didn't
We're
get
all
me
broken.
any. Yeah, you didn't fix me nor break me because
Nope.
there's no either, you know?
Yeah.
And Rachel had come to me and was talking to me about, we just have long conversations about a lot of really hard, tough subjects.
Yeah.
That really are doing a lot of damage.
A lot of damage. And I also feel like we both have the desire to know more,
Yeah.
see more, think more, open our minds to more. And that, I think sparks our conversations and keeps them interesting and
Exactly.
open and enlightened.
And we're not scared to talk about them.
No.
Like, we really do talk about the shit that people really veer away from. And that's the entire point of this podcast, is that we are trying to show you guys in America that there can be healthy debates and discussions without doing excessive damage or just like repercussion to this. Like Rachel and I can completely disagree and still hold our friendship and hold our value the same.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I think it provides like a safety to go to those external
Yeah.
limits of a conversation and not feel so afraid to do that. I think that's what strips the fear, is knowing it's all safe here.
It's all safe. Yeah, it's all safe, and it's all in this place where it's out of love. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I respect, even if I don't know that person, the first thing I do is respect their opinion because they've apparently taken the time to have an opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think that was the point of this podcast, is us doing that. So before I get into anything too boring or not, we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves really quick. I'm going to be playing the philosophy kind of side of things. I am naturally a scientist background. I'm also an author, and weird.
And weird.
And weird.
That's all you need to know.
Deep. I am deeply
Deeply weird.
disturbed and weird.
We love the deep here.
Yeah.
We're
deep. Yep.
Deep. We're going to go deep.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a very good intro.
Thank you.
I am Rachel. I am, career drivenly, I'm a therapist, and I've always found a psychological stance fascinating. I do have a little bit of a philosophical background, so I think that's why I find you so interesting and can relate to you, because my brain can go that way too. But I do love to look at things through the lens of the human and why the mind does what it does.
Yeah, and you have so much
Relationships, too.
insight.
Yeah. My field, my career really does bring that to me. But also, it's just, I do think some of my belief system is rooted in psychology.
Yeah, it's rooted in psychology, but you're also out of the norm. Like, you're an abnormal therapist.
I am.
Someone who's like willing to talk about, things you don't know, things you're unsure about, or like you're willing to change about, and also to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if I can say, wrap that up concisely, I think the best therapy is really just the relationship with the provider and client. So it really doesn't matter what I know. Obviously, I need to know something to guide them.
Yeah.
But I'm just there to have a relationship with them and make them feel good about them.
Yeah.
So the rest of it just comes naturally. So to me, it's not about my brain. It's not about what I know psychologically, but that helps.
It helps. You got a good brain.
But I am abnormal.
You are fucking weird. Like, I don't want anybody to feel that this is going to be this formal podcast. This is going to be something very fun and playful, but also very, there will be a lot of discomfort at some times,
Yes.
And there's going to be a lot of discomfort. Even maybe you guys watching us having discomfort here might bring you discomfort, but just so everyone knows, no one's walking out of here angry.
Nope.
No one's walking out of here losing a friend or anything like that. And that's exactly the point we want to show you guys. And we're going to be really honest and vulnerable as like two professionals in our fields, like this is something that's really important to both of us. We actually are starting this podcast because all we do is fucking talk.
All we do is talk. I can't talk enough.
I can't talk enough.
There's a lot of thoughts up there I feel like need some place to go. And you might feel that way too. I do think that that's fairly like people have a lot on their minds, but how often do you get it out? How often do you find either one other person or a group of people to really get that out? And I think that's what I love so much about our dynamic together is we always find ourselves talking and thinking. And to me, that's fun.
Yeah, for sure. And arguing. You yelling at me. She couldn't yell at me in therapy. Then after all therapy was done, we became friends. Now she yells at me all the time.
I feel like you yell at me too.
I do. But I was allowed.
You're violent.
Yeah, you're violent. Yeah, which is fine. So we decided that instead of just sitting here and playing like who are we and these types of things, we're basically going to tell you guys a bunch of things that I'm sure you guys are going to click on and want to hear more about as two people, as a philosopher and a therapist, from what we're kind of using is like a theory versus therapy kind of deal. And we're going to give you a little bit insights of what this is going to be about and us and
who we are, personality, but also some of the ways we think and the things we'll subsequently share in other episodes. I think this will give us a little bit of, teaser for those.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. You want to play our first game?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. You said, ooh, I'm excited.
Ooh.
These are our note cards because obviously we have professional note cards that are just a piece of paper I've collected from my office. Yeah.
We're doing it right.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Okay, ask.
Okay. What kind of a thinker are you?
I would say I'm a logical thinker.
Say more about logical. I actually have an interesting thought about the way we use the word logical.
Okay. Maybe I'm not logical. But what I think of logical is like, to me, something makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I think I base my thoughts on more tangible, factual, pragmatic things versus well, I don't know, because now I'm thinking this through and I feel like I might be an emotional thinker.
I was just about to ask you, is logical meaning that it's the society's logic or your logic?
Maybe mine.
Yeah, so which would mean that...
But I feel like that's very methodical.
So maybe you're a methodical thinker.
Is that not logical?
No, people can methodically think the absolute unlogical things.
Yeah,
like illogical.
I am more of, then I'm more of an emotional, intuitive thinker.
Yeah. I would say you're definitely an emotional, intuitive thinker.
Okay.
Actually, that's perfect.
Are you logical thinker?
No.
You have no logic.
I don't believe in logic.
Oh, good.
Well, that's just because, like, I'm saying, like, is it me being logical or is it society's logic? Because half of society's logic I don't agree with.
I think I need an example of that.
Okay, so saying, like, it can be something as simple as, well, if you don't want to hurt that person's feelings, don't say these things. That's logical, right? But and to me, maybe that's not the most logic thing because then it's suppressive or whatever.
That's why I think I'm a logical thinker.
Yeah.
To me, I base some of those things not on my feelings, but on like rules maybe I've created for myself. Like
you're a disciplined thinker.
Disciplined. Like I think when you say that, yes, it sounds very logical, but also makes sense for me.
Yeah.
If we don't want something, we don't do it. But I know that that's also not realistic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was a good answer.
My reality.
I'm unsure if we ever got to an answer, but I do feel like we did.
But I agree with you that I'm more emotional, intuitive thinker.
I think that you stay in the line. I think that there are lines and you veer out of them, but you do recognize them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair. Like that's a hard question for me.
Yeah, you honestly kind of have to be in the lines to understand society because you are society facing.
Yeah.
As a career. Yeah. No, when I was answering this and we were like writing down bullet points, I didn't write down really anything. But I wrote artistically, hopelessly, and critically creative. I think that is. Those are just bullet points I put, but I think that is the type of thinker that I am.
Yeah, I do. I like that you put critically in there because
I'm critical.
Definitely am not a critical thinker. I don't even answering it. I went with what I like. My intuitive response was quick, and I go with that a lot. Even if later I'm like, oh, that's not really what I think.
Yeah, but you trust yourself. You
Yeah.
trust your logic.
Yeah.
Which is half better than half of the logic that's not trusted, just like knowing what should be done.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your description though. How creative of a response. That's
I mean,
truly
I'm
it.
abstract.
That's
I'm a
truly.
completely abstract thinker. Something the type of thinker, if I really were going to put like those were the words, artistically, hopelessly, and critically creative. But I really think that I'm an abstract third person thinker.
Yeah.
I can take myself out of every situation. And I think that's where we really get, because you have to go so internal on all your clients all the time, where I am ripping myself and everyone out of that.
That is hard to do.
It is exhausting. Actually, it's kind of, now that I do it so often, and maybe I've always done it, I'm not really sure, but maybe I haven't just talked about it, but realizing it and actually trying to explain it to other people is so difficult, because most people don't think this way. So they think I'm fucking insane, which I am, but it's just in the terms of it's unrelatable. You know, like my thinking is unrelatable.
But you have to be okay with that, which you are.
I'm deeply.
Of all people, you are deeply okay with that.
Oh, I'm deeply okay with it. I have no problem being against society, obviously. I'm a non-binary person. I guess we should have said our pronouns. My pronouns are they, them.
She, her.
Yeah. But like, as a person who's literally so obviously unlike society, I was always before that anyways. So I
Yeah.
think my physical identity was easy.
Bound to go
Yeah,
this
that
way.
was like following my brain. You know what I mean? My brain was like, fuck, I don't even know these people anyways.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever.
wow.
Okay.
Oh, I love this already.
Okay. What's the next one you want to do?
What do people misunderstand about you?
People, okay. Here, I'll be going off my thinking process. People misunderstand that everything that I say is not what I believe. You know, and we talk about this, and I say this a lot, is these are questions I can't ignore as a person, not necessarily what I always believe. And so I think people misunderstand that I'm in a certain lane that they want me to be, or that they don't want me to be in, to have like conversation with me or anything. Even as a person who's non-binary, I'll take the stance of opposite things that would feel critical towards non-binary people, because they're questions I can't ignore. You know what I mean? As a philosopher, like, those are things that no matter how I feel about them, I confront them as if they're my own problems.
Yeah.
And I think that gets me put in a lot of places where people think I have no empathy. Yeah, I think most people think I'm empathetic. Or I lack empathy. Yeah, I'm empathetic.
Yeah, and
Is that apathetic? Yeah.
No.
No? What's the opposite of empathetic?
I don't think you are though, but
No.
I guess apathy would be neither. I don't care or care.
It's just neutral.
It's neutral. I wouldn't say it's the opposite.
Well, I would say I'm neutral.
Okay.
I'm neutral on most things, because I'm agreeing that I don't know anything.
You're agreeing you don't know, but that doesn't mean you don't have empathy.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say you have empathy, because also you know what it means to be, repressed, suppressed,
Yeah.
oppressed.
Yeah. I have a fucking heart. I'm just very abstract.
Yeah.
And it makes it really hard to relate to me.
But honestly, you may have more empathy than most of us can muster because of that, I would say.
I think I have a lot more universal empathy than most 99% of people. And that's where they get frustrated with me, because they feel unseen. But I'm trying to make our species feel seen.
Yeah.
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 Isn't that funny that people automatically like count themselves out of like, oh, well, I'm not seen, but actually like, no.
Well, hey, like, you're a part of this.
You're in it.
You're on this blue marble, my dude.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So what's yours?
I feel wildly misunderstood, but I think because I'm so like direct and sometimes firm or cold, I can come across as very cold.
You think?
Yeah.
You think you come across as cold?
Well, I think I have two lives I live. I live a professional life and I live a private life.
Yeah.
And so I would say professionally, people would never describe me as that. I would say, based on feedback I've received, my clients in general think I'm pretty warm and
I think
compassionate and understanding.
As someone who was your client, I thought you were very warm.
But privately, I would say people who know me well and are close to me get the more harsh Rachel, the firm, direct, opinionated, defensive. But I think that is because I feel safe and I feel okay to just be. I almost drop the boundaries a little bit with people who I love or who I let in. But what comes with that is I think the cost that people in my private life probably don't see the softness of me as much.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess maybe. I don't know. I think I knew that you were, I could tell, I could feel your personality in therapy, even from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I always knew that you were, I don't know, you're just like, you're one of us.
Yeah.
You know, like not all therapists are one of us.
No.
Do you know what I mean by when I say
and
that?
that is my goal.
Yeah.
That is
one
my goal.
Of us. One of us.
Yes. I want people to know that, like,
you're fucked up too.
We're all fucked up. We're all human. And that's why we need to be here, because people hide too much from that humanness. And I feel like that's where healing comes from, is to just be okay with who you are.
Yeah. And I think it's also accepting it I'm sure has made you an amazing therapist. Like that's why you are, because you're just like, I'm a part of the people who also need therapy and a therapist, you know? Yeah. And that makes you fucking relatable.
Yeah. I hope. That's good to hear.
Yeah. That's why we're friends. If it weren't, I wouldn't feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do this next question. I'm excited to hear what your answer is for me. Okay. Because mine can go so many different ways, where I had to really think about this answer for you. So what is, I'm sorry, did you write the full question down?
The impression court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you read that? Because I did not.
The thing you will probably get us in trouble on this show for.
Yeah. So mine for you originally was that you would hit me. That you would throw something at me or hit me. Well, you know, like not like real abuse.
What, my chapstick? I don't even have it today.
I don't know, but that water bottle is big.
Water bottle is big.
And that would give me like a grade 3 concussion.
You know, I've learned to tell myself this is why you carry it, so you can knock some bitch out if they get too close.
Show them this water bottle.
I'm surely not hydrating.
Show them this motherfucker. Look, that thing is that compared to, oh my God, that's a club.
But everyone should hydrate.
It's a club, but it is cool looking.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so the real thing that I thought I wrote down was like in trouble. And when I say this, I don't think there's anything that you're going to get us in trouble for in this show. But for me, like as my take, I said that you're going to validate too many people. You're going to validate too many perspectives.
Oh, that's pretty creative of an answer.
Yeah, because you are very opinionated.
I am, but you know what? I can play the devil's advocate like nobody's business.
Yes, you can.
Which means I can validate a lot of people.
So really what I wrote was that you're validating because you're defensive. Like you're validating because you want to be right.
Yeah.
You said, yeah.
That is true, folks.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's going to get us in trouble. Not like, you know what I mean?
I am defensive because I'm passionate. And so part of being passionate about something is feeling like people need to know the goods of whatever I believe or think is true. And so, oh, I can see how those tie together.
You have a lot of Aries energy.
Do I?
Yeah, I think you do.
I don't think Aries is in my house, in my houses.
Really?
I don't think.
I do. I feel like you have a lot of Aries energy. Yeah, we're not really Leo, but like you've got fire. What is your sign?
Earth.
Earth. Okay. Mine's Earth too.
See, I think that's why I'm so misunderstood, because people get fire from me to start. Like,
well, you do give fire.
I give it.
Let's not be confused.
It's the trauma.
You do be given the fire.
I do be given the fire. I don't know. Maybe something in a past life. I have.
Yeah.
I'm here to like finish some shit.
This is King Tut. Come back.
But it's funny you say that, because you want to hear my answer about
I do.
Of what you're going to get us in trouble for?
I mean, like sued in trouble or like in trouble between each other?
No, we're not getting sued.
Well, no, if it's anybody's getting sued, it's me.
But it's funny that you say you are afraid of me hitting you or me throwing something at you, because I feel like you're going to get us in trouble for your violence.
I am violent.
You are violent.
Yeah.
And you are not afraid of like talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
normalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even.
People are going to really not like that.
Yeah. And we have not even begun to discuss any of the violent topics.
Mm-hmm.
I know we will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so afraid of them.
Really?
I am not a violent person.
I know.
I don't like violence. I have strong opinions about violence, but I think that's where it's going to get hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't think.
I might sue you.
Which is fine. I have no money, so you can sue me for anything you fucking want. Everything I have money in is in this room of this podcast stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think like actual trouble. I don't think we're going to get into actual trouble, but it's funny. I'm
dare
surprised.
you.
Like, I think in answering that question, I was trying my best to focus on what you might be doing to get us in trouble, but I was so thinking about like, I hope I'm not going to get myself in trouble with my clients. Like, I hope it's interesting to do something like this when you do have a client-facing or public-facing career. Like, people know what they know of you, and then they see this of me, and I feel like it's going to be very maybe confusing to them, or show parts of me that they don't get to know. You know parts of me now with outside of that. So maybe they won't be shocked at all. They'll be like, yep, that's Rachel.
And they might love you more for it.
I hope.
Actually, I'm going to guarantee, if I found out my therapist had a fucking, you bet your ass, I'm watching every fucking episode. Because it's the in. Like, you get so much in of them. They want to know every in of you.
Yeah.
Does that make you scared? Did I just...
Not scared, no.
Okay, cool.
And I've never been scared of that in my career.
Yeah.
I am a very boundary person with my clients.
Yeah.
But I'm also, I'll share tidbits. Some of my clients know more than others. But I'm also, if anybody were to ask, I would share anything. But most often people are pretty respectful to not
You
ask.
are a sharer.
I am a sharer.
Yeah, you're a sharer for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're an oversharer.
No.
No. You like share to the limit.
I don't want to be an oversharer.
Actually, I think you just yell what you share. And it's not even about how much you share. It's about how it comes out.
See, I feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's happening again.
I'm feeling like it's currently in this moment happening. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Hey, that was actually so funny. Wow. We should be a comedian instead of a therapist.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this next one we're gonna do is it says therapy or philosophy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say a term that's like a pretty common usage in trending right now, like you know, like that kind of thing that you guys are probably saying, or that we're like maybe even have said,
we've said, or like you just see it all over. You see it on social media, you see it in you know, TV, whatever.
And we're gonna kind of give it what we think about it and our perspectives from both sides. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, I'll say that, and you. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna give you about 60-ish seconds.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna time it because I know 60 seconds in my brain really well. I was a strength and conditioning coach for 12 years, so my time is fucking good.
Oh, is it impeccable?
Yeah, which is honestly really terrifying because now they have the timer on the video, so it's gonna be. Fuck.
Oh, they're gonna challenge.
I just put myself. Oh God.
Make note.
No, now I have to. Now it's gonna be unfair.
I need 90 seconds. 60 is not very long.
I think
might not.
I think you think 60 is longer than it is, or shorter than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I only need 30 seconds.
You might honestly. Okay. So the question is, they call every hard relationship toxic.
Yeah. I mean, I think that person is fragile. And not like as a put down, but is fragile from something that has happened for them. If you're viewing every relationship as toxic, you've been in too many toxic relationships. Or at least one. One that really fucked you up.
One that really fucked. I'm not allowed to answer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not answering. You're just reflecting.
You're at 26 seconds.
Oh, I'm only at 26 seconds.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah. I think that's a sign of somebody who did some real good damage on you, and you need to know what true, healthy, supportive love is.
So when a client says that to you, that's like your initial response.
Oh, well, maybe like internally I'm thinking like, what happened to you?
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I need to evaluate and suss out, like, I'm going to assume there's some, we call it psychosocial history with the family.
Yeah.
What happened with your family? What did your parents raise you like, or what was that dynamic
What is
like?
toxic?
What is toxic? How did you define that for yourself? What did you learn determines toxic? And then how were you treated in relationships that you felt like every relationship is toxic?
You have 15 more seconds if you have anything else to say. I surrender my last 15 seconds.
Yeah,
okay, that was actually great. That's not where I thought you were going to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you started out and you said, they're fragile, I was like, I'm the violent one. They're fucking fragile. And
I didn't say it like that.
You're right, you didn't, but I did make it violent. Okay, but like, that is what you said.
That's what you heard.
Is she gaslighting me?
No, that's what you heard.
5 seconds ago, that is what...
Roll it back.
We go back and it's not even close that I actually did make that completely up. That would be fucking hilarious. Okay, I'll just keep mine going here. Okay, so mine, when I think about this, when someone says to me, or if they say every hard relationship was toxic, okay, philosophically, I don't believe in this.
Okay.
I don't believe in this toxicity.
Yeah.
Because the only toxic thing that can happen to you is you. I think it's something that, you know, you don't drink poison in this life. You are the poison. You're also the cure in most things, right? So whatever you took away from that relationship and your perspective on it after says more about you than it does about that person. To me, right? Okay. So when I think of this and someone says this, and like a lot of my friends they'll be like, well, that was toxic. Well, we don't have a definition on what toxic is.
Sure.
Right? And if we also say that every relationship is different, then every toxic is different. Right? We can't just put in this cesspool.
Yeah.
So, and then my next thing is, I probably would assume that you have no accountability. When anybody comes and talks to me, like you had all the opportunity to come and tell me what you gained from this bad person. And all you told me was they're a bad person, which makes me the good person, which I'm already judging the opposite way at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It tells me that you haven't third person this. Third person out of your relationship, like saying, what was my actual input to this rather than what it did to me.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I was right on time.
I'm ready to reply.
Okay. Yeah, you said, oh, I'm fucking ready. Okay.
You know, I was thinking throughout this really does show that you are like, I'm hearing maybe your relationship history in that response too.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if like, what you've been through with people. I definitely was playing the devil's advocate there and having a lot of, you know, validation for whatever that person has gone through. But you make a lot of good points about, we didn't suss out whether that person, is the gaslighter. Maybe they are
what's the boundary?
Deflector. Like maybe they're putting that out front so that they can, you know, prevent whatever they're expressing this about. All hard relationships are toxic. How do we know they're not the toxic one? That's a very good point.
Yeah.
But I think the toxicity comes from two people's dynamic together. It doesn't mean it's one or the other. It's how do we hold the mirror up to each other in this relationship defines how our toxicity looks. Every relationship, if we're just going to say the word toxic for the sake of the conversation, we don't need to, like, I guess, get rid of it because it exists. But every relationship has bits and pieces of toxic, right? There might be parts.
We are all toxic.
Sure.
That's what I would say.
So we all contribute some cray or some
it just depends on the fucking season.
Behavior or something that takes us off track a little bit.
Yeah.
None of us are angels. But together, it's like, how do those things work in unison is more the definition versus every hard relationship. Also, so like you said, to accountability. So hard things equal toxic, or hard things make it worth working on?
Yeah.
Hard things make it a good relationship to some, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, there's no, I mean, the most classic philosophical thing is if there's one thing, there's another, right? If there's a negative, there's a positive. And it's not even just like, if this exists, this must exist. It's them telling me that their toxic existence in their relationship was the most prior to, like, that's what they why can I not say
Prioritize?
Yeah, prioritize. Thank you.
Yeah.
Prioritize that in their brain to say, that's what I took most from this. And that tells me you have not taken anything from this because I didn't learn anything about you.
Yeah. You missed the plot, babe.
Yeah, you telling me that you missed the plot, babe. Yeah, like, fuck. Are you the toxic one? Or are you being toxic, talking about this, not giving a person a chance to fucking change?
Yeah, or like you had said, how do we know that that's toxic? You aren't taking any accountability in what made the dynamic hard.
Yeah.
To even call it toxic. Even if it was toxic, was it not worth working on?
Right. There's a difference between abusive and toxic, right?
Yeah.
Like abusive is abusive. We're not, I just want to clarify that. Abusive is abusive. That's very different. That's true harm, right? But then there's, and I'm not saying that untoxic or toxic people aren't harmful because they are, but also you talking about a person that you've claimed as toxic is toxic.
Yes. If you felt something was toxic, do what you can to take care of yourself. But I'm with you. Like in therapy, we don't really like to use the word toxic. We like to define, is this healthy? Is this going into abuse or neglect or harm?
Yeah.
We don't need to label it as toxic. That's more behavioral. Toxic.
That's what people just say when they have no idea what happened, but they knew it hurt really bad. And so they say, well, they were toxic because they made me act like this. Well, no one made you act like anything. Right. Sis, like you went fucking crazy on your own. Okay. And if you're still going crazy about it, it's still on you.
Well, yeah. And you're also doing yourself a disservice to now go into a subsequent relationship and label it as toxic because it may be hard. It might be the best thing for you. It might be hard because you've never had healthy before. But now you're going to maybe label that toxic. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not enough info there to dig too deep, but I say this is I don't like this term.
One of my favorite, and this is my last thing on it. I've been divorced and it was a very hard divorce. I won't call it toxic because that's not what it was. It was a hard divorce because when two people go through really hard things, that's what happens. You know what I mean? But one of my self-morals, even in the middle of the hard, was that I would never talk bad about her. Because at the end of the day, what does that say about me? I chose this person and I fucking stand by what I chose.
Yes.
Even if it ended the way it did, I still stand by my choice.
Right.
Because I do trust myself to make good choices and not pick toxic people and actually get myself in or out of places that I deserve to be. And that's more important than anything about her.
Yeah. And at one point you loved her. So why would I now just call this person I loved toxic instead of just saying we're not healthy and we're not doing well together? We need to identify a new place.
Right.
Yeah. We don't have to become enemies to understand that something didn't work. But I don't like disregarding something as hard as toxic for sure. That's why I said they're fragile.
They're fragile motherfuckers.
And fragile can be defined many different ways, but in this stance, I say they're not maybe capable to step up to the plate to endure what a good relationship usually brings, which is a lot of hard.
Yeah, I call that pussies.
You're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Maybe that's what we get in trouble for. We
Yeah.
can call people that.
Yeah, exactly. I can call people anything I want. That doesn't fucking matter. There's no hate crimes here. Okay, so the next one. Wow, we took way too long on that one.
That's
okay.
all right. I don't give a shit about timers.
Okay.
I'm on my time.
You're excited for this one. I know you are.
Wait, what?
I know you've been excited to hear my side of this.
I love it.
Okay. You can't love anyone until you love yourself.
I'm actually now afraid because I feel like I'm going to be so excited to say my part and then you're going to just whoop me. And I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I actually agree with you. That happens a lot.
Honestly, that is one of my favorite things.
It's your joy.
There's nothing better. I literally turned into 6-year-old. There is nothing better than when your therapist agrees with your opinion more. That is literally the most affirming thing that's ever happened.
Oh God, and not just because we're friends.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. You have great ideas and great insight. But I love agreeing with my clients when I actually agree with them because we all need to know that we have great ideas. And I think a lot of us have good things going on upstairs.
Do you guys remember when I said she was going to validate everyone too much? This is what I meant. She's like, you guys are fucking fragile pussies. But I think everyone has great ideas.
Your pussy's great.
Yeah, your pussy's great. Exactly.
Oh, no.
I'm going to shut this window. Okay, I got rid of the lawnmowers, hopefully. Go on. Your turn.
Yeah, so I love this saying.
Okay.
Because I believe it, and I agree with it, and I do preach this to my clients.
Yeah.
So I really am nervous about what you're going to say.
Wait, why?
Because I don't know. You always have these like...
Well, it's not like you don't give any context to what you mean when you tell them.
No, yeah.
Right,
No,
so the saying itself.
I truly do believe that it is very hard to give to other people what you struggle to find at least a minutia of for yourself.
Minutia.
It honestly, like if you don't...
I just love your vocab words.
You know, we recorded... Thank you.
You're welcome.
You do...
Spelling bee champ.
You commend me when
20.
I say...
Yeah, 2000.
But in one of our other pods we recorded, who knows if you'll ever see
Who
it.
knows?
To be determined. We talked a lot about love and the meaning of that, and we kind of determined that love is care and how we care for other people. And so I don't believe that I can care for someone else if I have not cared enough for myself. There have to be maybe certain things at minimum that I've accomplished with caring for myself in order for me to do that for someone else.
Can you give me like a 1 or 2 example? Like, what's your minimums?
Well, I mean, I don't even mean to like put that into specifics. I think everyone is different in what they need. But if I, let's say if I, it's maybe boiled down to effort. If I haven't cared enough for myself in a health way or in a goal-oriented way, a self-development way, put enough energy into me, I'm going to probably replicate that in my partnership with the person I'm supposed to be loving, or my friend, or my sister, or... There's a blower, too. They always come in with a blower. You gotta get rid of that grass.
I fucking love my life. It's so funny.
I would like to start over anyway.
You would?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, you didn't like that answer?
No.
I thought that was great.
I liked it, but maybe not the way I said it. I was feeling a little distracted.
Yeah, but if you overthink it, it's going to get worse.
Okay.
Okay. That was your... Okay. Fucking try. God, I love that clap. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Lawnmowers, I don't know if they're going to fucking come back or not.
They'll be back.
Yeah, chances are high. Chances are high. Okay, the question was... or not the question was, the statement was, you can't love anyone until you love yourself.
Yeah.
What?
And I just agree. Strongly. Yeah. You gotta be able to put the similar amount of care to yourself that you're gonna need to give to someone else. It's very hard to give, what do they say, from an empty cup, pour from an empty cup. I kind of think that there's some truth to that.
Pouring from an empty cup?
Yeah. And we can call what is in the cup love, care, effort.
These are my lawnmower people. Just so you know, I don't do my own lawn. I'm non-binary, and you would probably think that I would have
not
these
a
traits.
lawnster?
Yeah, I'm not like one of those lawn
You're not
clears.
out on the...
I'm not one of those.
What do they call those,
Yeah.
like hover lawnmowers, where you just stand and it...
I don't know if a riding lawnmower. I don't know if there's a word. Is there?
The standing ones.
Yeah, is there a word for that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Tell us below, because neither of us are lawnsters.
Yeah, no, that's not me. I don't do that shit. I'm too abstract for that. I'm too abstract to fucking sit outside and cut my grass.
I hate the way Earth smells sometimes.
It was born here. It belongs here. It's not my fucking business to cut its grass. It doesn't cut my hair. I don't cut it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying when you say this.
Oh, God, I knew it.
Okay. Well, of course you know it. It's just something that, okay, this is a really hard one for me, because if you ask me right now, do I love myself? I would say I have no fucking clue.
But we know that is... Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my rebuttal time yet. I got to let you give your 60-second or 90
I get my fucking 60 seconds of fame here. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I would say that I have no idea if I do love myself, especially at the terms, and I'm going to start here at this therapy level, at the terms of, can I love someone, or do I love myself enough to pour into someone else? That kind of deal. And when I think about that, that makes me think, well, what about a mother? well, what about a sibling? Well, what about all these things? And I love a lot of those people really fucking well in some of my worst times. You know what I mean? And some of the times where I fucking can't stand me. And I don't know. I don't think it requires a mind of certainty for you to love. I think it puts a barrier around when other people deserve love and when other people can earn to love. And I don't want to do that to people. I don't want to say you don't have the ability or the response. You can't step up to the responsibility plate to love someone until you love yourself. I just think that's expectational failure for the fact that we are such adaptable, changing, malleable creatures that my life and your life and so many people's lives are significantly different. And you go through these phases and things, and I don't love myself through all of them. And I see everyone else not loving themselves through it. So I think to myself, how could I keep myself to this standard just to make sure that I love someone else enough or well enough? And do I expect that from them? Like in a marriage, well, then why would I get married? I'm not going to love myself the whole time.
Yeah. Are you done?
Did anyone else watch Rachel disassociate and say, are you done? This isn't the kind of therapist she is, everyone. This is friendship here, okay?
No, I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't. This is how you know it's fucking friendship. You said, are you done? Are you done with that?
Well, I just have thoughts because I feel like that went far beyond how deep I was thinking about it, which you'd go deeper.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's good. I think it identifies another argument I have, which is I do beg to argue that you do have and possess some amount of love for yourself, that you are capable then, Quel, of replicating that. And I do believe you've been loved.
I see what you're saying.
I believe you've been shown that, even in moments that I'm sure other people have not been fully loving themselves. They've given you what was necessary to indicate, I love you. I care about you. You mean something to me. There are individuals walking this earth who don't even have that bare minimum for themselves, and they show up very shittily in relationships.
We're going to make the word shittily a word for sure.
It is. And
shittily in relationships.
I'm not arguing that they intend to or want to.
Yeah.
I would say that their goal is to love and their goal is to show up. And I'm not saying you have to come fully equipped with all the love. No, love we already determined doesn't have a measurement necessarily. I can't quantify that.
We can't quantify.
So you're right. There are bound to be ebbs and flows to how much we love ourselves and how much we love other people, and depending on the person, that changes too. It's all variable. However, I think there is maybe a minimum of love for yourself that's required in order to be able to give that or show that for other people. I don't agree. It's unspoken. You think it's just...
I just don't agree at all.
At all?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm open. I really do, though, value what you said.
I think it's almost inhumane to think that of people.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I really think that we're no special. We don't have this ability to just love all the time. And I think that we have a lot more nuance to our life that just looks like, can I give love? Can I receive love? Do I deserve to get love? Do I deserve to be given love? And when are those times right for me? Because you have no idea what your time span is. You have no idea what this life looks like. So at any moment, when do I deny people to say that you're not in the right position to love someone?
That's fair.
That's scary to me. You know what I mean?
It's scary to me, though, to believe that, you just said
everybody's about to see my fucking violence with these long people.
No, because I keep losing my train of thought, and you make good points.
I'm like gripping onto things. I'm like,
but I think that you see, this is maybe where I struggle with some of what I said possibly in the love podcast, because I don't know that all love is care. I think you think we can care people without caring for ourselves.
Do I think I can care for people without caring for myself?
Yeah.
For sure.
maybe more pleasurable than.
I'm not sure there's ever a time where I can't care for myself, but yes, if you're going to put it in like emotional terms, I think that's true.
You just said you're not sure there's ever a time you can't care for yourself.
Yeah.
So you always care for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, then you love yourself.
Well,
based on the definition
I care enough to definitely take care of myself.
Right.
I don't know if that's always love.
So what if the other person, whoever that is expecting love back because they don't love themselves. So they're looking for you to give that love, to prove it. Mm-hmm. They're waiting to receive. Mm-hmm. I would also argue that affects relationships. If I'm going in expecting it all to come back to fill me, to fulfill me,
yeah,
I'm going to be looking for a long time until I look inward. That to me is the inverse, which is that is how much is that person giving to you? Mm-hmm. They're waiting for you to bring it all to them.
Yeah, I didn't say it was fair. I don't think life is equitable.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's real, and I do think that you can do those things. I don't think that there's like laws and limits to those types of things. If there's no definition of love, there's definitely no laws or limits.
That is fair.
You know what I mean? Like, how could I even do that when I don't even know what it is? And if it's so individualized, then I just, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like failure to me when people are just like, well, I'll know when I love myself. It's like, well, you might love yourself right now. And you're just hoping that it's going to come in this form that society's been telling you it's going to come in. Mm-hmm. When really you've been taking such good care of yourself or all these things. And that's just the lack of self-acknowledgement.
Well, I agree, because I think a lot of people do love themselves in ways that they can't acknowledge. They don't call it that.
Then they don't think it's love.
Maybe they don't know that that's what love is.
I don't think we're in a place to tell them what love is.
Well, I didn't say we tell them what it is.
I know, but
maybe they're perceiving love as, like you said, this societal thing that they're looking for. And because that hasn't yet happened upon them, they don't think they've had love. That could be very wrong.
I think that we tell ourselves that it should be love and that it can't be other things because love is the most important.
Like what else?
Like respect, honesty. You have
is
care.
Is that not care?
No, I agree that all those things are care, but not all of those require care to be done. Like they're not
synonymous.
Yeah, the synonymous. They're not. I was going to say reciprocal, but synonymous. Yeah. For one to happen, they contain each other, but all types of care is different. And when I think about this, I think to myself, I don't know. It feels like we attach ourselves to the word love so much that we prioritize it and we send it to the top. And we're like, you can't do anything else until you do this. So that means it's also the foundation, right? So I need to like sandwich my whole life around love. And that makes it really hard for me because then the in-between gets really messy. And I feel like that's where we are. Is we're in this in-between of like, oh, you should build off of love and the end goal is always love too. But don't I have all these things at the start and the beginning?
It's confusing to me that you say we can't define love, but we know love is a thing. You say you've felt love and you know you've loved people, but yet we can't define it.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I've never loved any of those people the same.
Sure.
I've cared for them differently.
Maybe that's the problem, is that we try to define love by one thing and it's not definable by one thing.
I just don't think love is a thing.
It's a million things.
I just think that's what I'm saying. It's a failure. It's an expectational failure to me.
And then through that parameter, I could understand what you're saying.
And I understand what you're trying to say for other people. I think like in healthy dynamic, if you want to approach a relationship where it's the synonymous reciprocal relationship, and yeah, you're going to show up in your most healthy version if you are accepting of yourself, if you're taking care of yourself, if you're doing these things. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I have a really weird, I don't really feel love is overused. Love is a trending word.
Love is overused. What do you all think? What would you say about love?
Love's a buzzword.
Oh, you think it's a buzzword? It's like toxic.
I think it's like a universal long-term buzzword.
Is it a hallmark word?
I don't think it's toxic. Is it a hallmark word? I don't think it's toxic, but I think that we do weaponize it. Mm-hmm. Just like we do any other good thing.
Okay. That I could get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the idea of it.
I'm going to have to think more on this love.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think more on this love. And then other times, like, we also really enjoy telling someone that we respect them. We put that, like when someone tells you, like, I respect you, and then we say, I love you. I bet those get really similar.
That
neuro
is, I
hits.
agree with you. I think that those, to me, that's the same as using filler language. It's like saying those euphemisms are just the same as being like, oh my God, sure. You know, those filler words that really don't mean a whole lot is when someone does that. I think they're trying to add to what they feel, but they can't quite find the words because they're not aware enough or in touch with themselves enough to actually connect. So they're doing that to try to reach for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel.
We're on such opposite spectrums. That's okay. I still respect you. And I love you.
And I love you.
Yeah, and all the same. And you show me love whether you love yourself or not, so I'll take it.
This is where Kel's violent because I love and you're hopeless.
I'm hopelessly romantic.
Yeah, and
I romanticize my whole life.
You do.
But just with a hopeless outlook in the fact that I don't need the answers. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't, my life doesn't feel like a fairy tale. And my life does not feel like this. I don't know. It feels really, I know it does. If you could run around being Cinderella, I think you fucking would.
I would.
I know you would.
I would.
I know you would. Okay,
right.
we're going to spend little time on this one.
We're going to move on because that's going to hurt my heart.
Yeah. Because that's going to hurt my heart.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we're going to do, actually, I think we're going to skip this next one.
Okay, let's skip it.
Yeah, and then we're going to go to the red, green, or human. So we're going to play this little game. And it's saying, is this a red flag? Is this a green flag? Or is this a human flag?
Ooh.
Right? Because also, a red flag, we should do a whole fucking episode on red flags.
We have to.
Because it's another word that I'm just, God, we're putting abstract meanings over fucking everything.
Sure.
Yeah. And I get it. Like, it's a fun way to say, hey, that's scary. Or like, hey, I love that about you. Right. Instead of just saying, I love that about you.
Or like,
we're minimizing our romantic language.
Oh, you think we're minimizing? Oh, okay.
I think in language, we actually are diminishing language.
This is like the shorthand of language.
Yeah, this is the toxic hand of language.
The one and only time.
Yeah,
we'll
it's
use
like
toxic.
this creepy hand. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the first one. Someone says to you, that's just how or who I am. A red flag, green flag, or human flag?
I find that to be a red flag on their personality. This tells me we got a deflector. And it could mean many things. I'm not going to label this as the most severe, but even in the most minor of ways, this is a dismissive stance to take, that people are that's just how they are. That's just what they do. I believe in our world are recognizing the things people have historically done that we've just let go and we've let slide. And I think that builds over time and creates a lot of layers to, like, I'll call it intergenerational trauma, which I know you hate. Bang your head on the wall. I do. I think it sets the tone that I can get away with just about anything because that's just who I am and I don't have to take accountability for it. And you just have to get over it. Okay. You just have to let it be. Let them.
No. No, you didn't.
We just have to let people.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Tell what is that from? What's her name? Mel Robbins. Rachel
she loves
hates
to let
Mel
people
Robbins.
be who they are. Just let them be who they are. Just let them, because that's just who they are. All right, what you got, Kel?
And I'm so sad. I think I agree with her here.
Yes. Yes.
No, not with you, with Mel Robbins.
Oh shit. Get out of here.
I said it's either a green or human.
Green flag?
Yeah.
We're celebrating this?
I literally, as a non-binary person, that's just who the fuck I am. I don't have to explain.
That is not what we're talking about here.
No, hold on.
All right.
And you have to remember that this is with all dynamics. So, like, this is saying, even if it's just you going somewhere and saying, this is just who I am. And, like, that's something I've come to terms with, and I feel good about not changing. So if you're using it as a defense mechanism, I understand what you're saying. Red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
it's
what I'm
interesting
speaking
to
of.
me that you took it as a pessimistic. Because that is actually, that's not you. You're skeptical as fuck.
I am skeptical as fuck. And I'm sorry, but even if someone is saying that,
Yeah.
I think that you have the ability to say, if that doesn't fit within your realm of how you're going to handle things, you might use that as a red flag of, that's okay. That's not for me.
Yeah.
That's not how I handle my business. It doesn't mean I can't accept you are who you are and you need to do what works for you on any level, good, bad, indifferent. Mm-hmm. That's why I said there's a plethora of from minor or non-offensive to serious on the scale. But it may be to me an indicator for me that I might struggle with that stance to excuse things by just saying that's who I am. I don't believe for one fucking second that's what you're doing.
Why do you think it's violent? Why do you think the statement is violent?
I think people use that statement in a violent way. I have never heard you say that's just who I fucking am.
I said it to my sister yesterday.
Well, I wasn't here for that.
She said you don't because I don't have what's the small towels?
Washcloth?
A washcloth. I don't have a washcloth.
Okay.
And she goes, and I said, I'm a minimalist. And she goes, you not having washcloths and thinking that's maximalist is crazy. And I said, I am who I am.
Okay.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those where
that's not a harmful trait or a trait that anybody.
No one said these were harmful traits. Remember, that's why they can have a green flag, Rachel.
Okay. Well, I'm taking this to be a more serious statement. Not, I don't have washcloths. I'm taking it to be, I don't apologize.
I agree fully with that.
Am.
I agree fully with that. That is my everyday life.
That you don't apologize?
I don't apologize unless, not about who I am.
Okay, I didn't say that. Why are you
But that's
making
what it
it
says.
about identity?
That's just how or who I am. I don't apologize about that. And now if it's something that I don't want to be, that's not what I'm going to say.
I don't think someone who is aware of who they want to be are going to say that.
So you think I'm the anomaly. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Because if there's one thing I love, exclusivity.
There could be
That's
a
not
couple
true.
people like you. I'm not saying that there's no one else like you.
No, you can say that. That makes that I love that.
I just don't find you to be a dismissive person.
No, I'm not a dismissive person.
Of how you're impacting or affecting other people that you care about.
I'm also not easily influenced, which means I probably do say that's just who I am.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
That's true.
Because it tells you that just like, that's okay. That's just who I am. And it's not hurtful. It doesn't have to be hurtful to you, but this is who I am.
Okay. Well, whether it's a red, green, or human,
maybe it's a human experience.
It might be a human experience.
Can we meet in the middle?
We can meet in the middle. And I would just maybe say, you don't have to tell Quel to let them. You can reply and say, that just doesn't work for me, or I don't like how that goes.
Yeah, you guys can come and yell at me all you want. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
I think it's a red flag.
And then when you do, I'm going to just reply to all those and just say, that's just who I am.
You know, this will be the time where I tell you the whole point of the show is to do what just happened, which is like, that is so insightful, such an insightful way to turn that around. Because I think maybe what this language is doing is really affecting people like me who get on one. I get on the platform and I want to just get in there. But I think the point is like...
And language is what I research.
Language is what you research.
Yeah, like language is my
But like there's more to
yeah.
it than this.
No,
and so when
agree.
people come to see me in therapy, my job literally is to help them say, well, could there be something else that person meant? Or we don't have a clue what's going on the other side of the fence. We only know your experience of it. Mm-hmm. So we can only deal with what you think about it and what you need to do about it. So whether they say it's just how I am or not, we don't know what all that means for them.
Yeah, no, I think that if you say that, you should know what that means for you.
For you.
And if you do, I think it's a green flag. And I think if you don't, it's a red flag.
Okay, so
that fair
maybe
enough?
that is fair.
That's why I use that as human.
And that is the meet in the middle, because I think someone who uses that appropriately to truly be like, no, that's just really how I do things.
Yeah.
It's my core. I can't get rid of that, is different than this is a maladaptive thing that I've developed and I just refuse to budge.
Yeah.
That is a lot different.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Ooh, we agreed. It's
Moving
a human
on.
experience. Okay. So, okay. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. They're friends with every ex.
You're going to be shocked what I say.
I think this is a green flag.
Okay. I didn't say green, but I said human.
Okay.
Because this is where I actually was
Philosopher and therapist think that being friends with your exes is a green flag.
I've been friends with exes.
I'm friends with most of my exes.
Very healthy, I think it can be, especially in the queer community. That would be very hard pressed to find a queer person who is not friends with their ex.
Well, it's also like going back. Like, I'm not going to talk shit about the people I dated because I chose them. That says more about me. And also, almost everyone that I've dated is a great fucking person. Mm-hmm. And being in a relationship, whether that was toxic or not, was about the dynamic, not each other as people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that sometimes just what I have found with certain people is like maybe we should have just been friends.
Oh, I have so many exes that we should have just been friends.
So it's like, I don't want to lose you as a friend and I don't want to not be your friend.
Yeah.
But also, I would argue there are people who are unhealthily staying friends with their exes. And
yeah, I mean, if you use it as a loophole just to be a shitty person, then it's
that
a
all
fucking
comes
red
out
flag.
In the work,
but if you're a person who thinks that someone that is friends with their, like if someone were to date me next and I am friends with every single one of my exes, there's actually, I can't think of one ex I don't speak to.
But I think that does speak to who you are.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and if they see that as a red flag to me, that tells me you're not thinking abstract enough. You're not thinking.
You're not for me.
Yeah, you're not for me. You're probably not for anybody, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you are, it's someone much more closed-minded than I am. Because I also give people the chance to motherfucking change.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this is one where we need to get to know the person first before we judge them being friends with their exes. You'll soon know, love, if this is like an unhealthy trait or if this is just really a loving person. Like, I think you are just very loving and you develop core, deep relationships with people. And it is unfair to just say goodbye to that just because we broke up.
Yeah, that doesn't take away that I respect them, that I love them, that they have great influence in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in my last relationship, we both talked a lot and gave each other. I was like, if you ever go see your ex, like, you don't even need to tell me. I trust you to do that, one. And two, if you feel like that's necessary, I trust that that's true.
You know, that won't be me.
Yeah, that won't be you.
But we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about it. I don't know.
I'm not saying don't tell me.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a possessive person. Also,
I am. I'm possessive. I'm jealous. Seriously. And
no, I know you are.
I'll admit it.
I'm laughing because I know how true it is. You're like, I'm fucking jealous. I'm possessive.
You better tell me you're going to go see a hoe.
Yeah. Look,
what are you all doing?
What's that bitch doing?
What's your friend doing?
Yeah. Fragile.
I'm fragile.
You're fragile.
That's why I call other people fragile.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't call it a green flag, but whatever.
I'm gonna call it a green flag. Okay.
I'll let you be human.
So, okay, let's do this one.
Okay.
Do you want to do the next one or the last one?
Oh,
I'm giving Rachel choices.
I think the last one is maybe a little bit more intense, but
okay, let's do it.
All right. Maybe you want me to ask you first?
Yeah, sure. Ask me.
Well, you always go second.
We never even talked at the beginning why we named it that.
Well, this is a good point.
So here at the end, this is the time to tell you guys that we named this podcast Me Second because of the healthy debating is that more people need to learn how to go second.
Yeah, we're all so chomping at the bit to be like, I'll go first. I got something to say, and that's usually me.
Yeah.
So I'll go first.
But it's okay because I don't mind going second.
You don't. And you're really good at it.
I
and
love
then I'm
going
like,
second.
damn it, I should have just shut the fuck up and listened.
No, because I think because that's how I think anyway. So even when I would be saying that first, I would be thinking in my mind about what you're going to say next because I want to intake all perspectives. So, and most of the time you intake perspectives at work. So it's a good place for you to just fucking say your mind.
Yeah. Also, this one's a little bit more personal, so it really isn't a debate question. So maybe that's perfect that you could go first for that one.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how. We'll see how.
Plot twist.
I decided when we wrote down this question, I decided to write a very controversial answer.
Okay. Well, then maybe you should hold and go second.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go second. I mean, it's one of those where I think people are going to be like, I'm going to get hate from it. That's okay. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm steadfast.
Yeah. Okay.
Until I'm not. I'm allowed to change.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
What question are you scared people will ask you?
I went a little deep with this because I think there's quite a bit of pressure as a therapist to know yourself, or there's an assumption that you come to the table healthy and ready and you've done it all, you know.
This is a good point.
But I think some people in my life who some are not in my world anymore, some I've moved on from and I don't speak to, or, you know, I've had failed relationships, if you call it that. So I think those are kind of some of the experiences I think and have in mind when I wrote the answer to this, but it might also be my insecurity. But my answer is, the question I'm most scared someone will ask me is if I am all of the things I'm encouraging other people to be.
Are you practicing what you preach, basically?
Right. Yeah. That's tough. That is tough to like look in the face.
I think I can understand why that's really tough for you.
Yeah.
I can understand the pressure as a therapist. I can empathize. I can empathize in the pressure of a therapist, as people who literally are doing the most like scientific help with the least amount of data. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And in so many different groups and types of people, and expecting you to know all those things has to be so much fucking pressure.
And you're in the swirl with people. Like we are all, like you said, on this blue marble together. I am also on that with you. Whoever I'm therapizing or whoever I'm in my life loving and being in relationship with, I'm also doing it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my own pressure to be all those things that I encourage of other people or want for other people. But typically you can see it because you know it. And so I would maybe argue with myself that I am trying to be all of those things. Otherwise I wouldn't recognize that I want other people to do that. I want the best for other people just like I do for myself.
Yeah, I think it's unrealistic for everyone to think that you're going to learn everything secondhand.
Yeah.
And that you're going to learn instead of having it as a firsthand experience.
Right.
Like you're the driver of your own life. So
Yeah.
you're not going to experience it from the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. And then give it to everyone else as like a driving lesson of how, you know what I mean? Like that just seems unrealistic in so many fucking ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary fucking answer. Mm-hmm. And that's a scary question. Actually, I think that's really comforting to me. I do. I think that's really comforting. For someone to have a therapist say, I'm scared that I'm not always this best person, for someone to be preaching these things. Just out of curiosity, do you think this similarly applies to you need to love yourself first before you can love others?
It does. And I was thinking that as I was replying. Ooh.
Do you see what I'm saying though? Like
I do.
that's where I get worried about that, because exactly what it does to you.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a fucking good person, and regardless, you're allowed to have human experience and fuck this shit up and still know how to do your job.
Yeah. Would you say that all people are good people? I know you and I have talked about this before, so.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't believe in good people and bad people.
People.
I just believe people are people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a question people ask me a lot. They say, do you think that people are born inherently bad? No, I don't think they're born anything.
You asked me that in session once.
Did I?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. And I think I answered something like, I've seen a lot of shitty people.
I can't imagine.
And I do believe that there are some bad people.
Yeah.
I
don't think there are
like
bad
your
people.
term of like, I don't want to characterize people as good and bad. That's us evaluating people. But this life, this existence can do things to us that I know you're big on, like maybe taking ownership and not saying it did it to me. But I just think by chance and by circumstance, people can become bad through this experience, and people can become good even through this experience of living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just removed myself from social. I removed myself from social definition.
Yeah.
So that's where I
wish I could, God.
Yeah. Well, it took practice.
But see, honestly, that's why I feel like few people are where you are, because that to me is not a superior place to be, but it's only a few go as high elevated as you are mentally. Mm-hmm. I believe that.
It's scary to have to admit.
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's scary to have to defend a murderer.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing for me to have to do, but I do have to actually be in those scenarios a lot when I talk to people of saying, I don't know if that's a bad person, because I truly don't know what a good person is.
And I think everything is like, don't you think so situational?
Yeah.
That like, how do we define something by an act or an experience or an outcome?
Well, I was never in that person's head when they were doing it. Like that might have been good for them.
That might have been needed.
It had a lot of external harm, but I'm just not in a place to say that that makes them a bad person.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. It's whatever. Okay.
Those are some.
That's another one for another day. Yeah, people are going to get real
topics.
mad about those topics.
Those
and that's kind of
topics are hard.
where I'm about to go with this, because I don't really have an answer for this question.
Okay.
No, for the question that I'm scared people will ask me.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for it. And I think that is a bad answer to people. So the question that I'm scared that people will ask me, and I was a strength and conditioning coach for 12 years. I have 2 sports degrees, and I'm under the trans umbrella. And so do you see where we're going here?
Yeah.
And so when people ask me, they say, do you think trans people should be in gendered sports or like specific sections of sports? I don't know that answer. I really don't. And when I say that I don't know that answer, I mean that I'm not sure sports has enough emotion to advocate for that answer. I don't know if sports has enough nuance to. Do you know what I'm
words?
Yeah. Did you see? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have enough. Like sports has an essence, right? There's like an essence of sports, which is teamwork and like love and taking care of each other and these types of things, which I think trans people belong in, obviously. And
Everything.
Yeah, I think trans people belong everywhere.
Everywhere.
Obviously.
Everywhere I am, everywhere you are.
I think
everywhere.
cis people belong everywhere. I don't think that the whole point, and this is where I get weird with it, is I really base most of my life on inclusivity, not exclusivity, right? And so when you would think about that with sports, I feel that same way. So when I think I want the inclusivity, now what does that do to sports? I don't know.
Right. We don't know enough, I don't think.
I don't know. It's not even that I don't know enough. I don't think that sports has ever opened its mind enough to ever know.
To allow for it.
Yeah, to allow for it.
Don't you think that...
I mean, fuck, segregation wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I
don't
mean?
you think that might redefine how sports are played and how we score them and rank them? All of the workings of sports can still exist.
And
but is it fair that we might redo some of that to make a space where it works?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what I'm saying. So, like, what is it going to do to sports?
Does
right?
Special
What is it going to do to
Olympics
these people?
have a
What is it
different
gonna
set
do?
of standards and rule book and play procedures and all of the things?
They have literally different like disability categories.
Okay, so why would we not restructure categories to include trans or non-binary individuals into the playbook?
We don't do it with
Makes no
disabled
sense.
people already.
We don't. This world.
That's where I would go
says
first,
you
honestly.
need to adapt to what the abled or privilege is, primary is, instead of we need to, every time we identify a new need or a new category, we need to restructure. Why wouldn't we constantly be restructuring?
Yeah.
As we...
Well, because and this is different, and like people are going to get angry about this because I don't feel this certain way about it. But when I say this, it's because sports is not as malleable as people are. Sports is traditional. It is the old boys club. And there's a reason why I'm not in sports anymore, right? Because at some point you have to earn your keep no matter where the fuck you go. And I'm not doing that shit anymore.
And
I've already earned this fucking keep.
Absolutely. And it's exclusive because there's a winner. And I get it. I get that's the whole point is to win.
The purpose of sports is hierarchy.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah. So the problem is patriarchy.
Is hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
The problem is hierarchy in general. And it's people are like, well, everyone shouldn't get a participation award. Well, motherfucker, death is your participation award.
Yeah.
Like, you got to participate.
You're going to get one.
Exactly.
Also,
You get a tombstone, don't you?
I think it's more fear that someone else might win that you didn't want to have that up against as competition.
Oh, there's many, many things, but
I do understand.
that's what I'm saying, where I don't know where I stand on those things because I don't know what would be more harmful or more helpful to trans people or sports.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, way to end on a fucking happy note. But we got to get off here. We've been going for too long.
We just don't want to go.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to have lots more to say.
Well, you want to do your plug?
Yeah, each week or each pod session that we meet, I will just give a disclaimer that nothing that we talk about here is intended to be a replacement for therapy. We will be talking about a lot of things, and those hold a lot of emotions and thoughts for everyone, but this isn't your place to get that therapeutic itch fulfilled. We encourage you to seek therapy if that's something that you need, and of course should do so. So if you'd love to work with me, I'd love to have you. I can link my information below. We're always going to be kind of sharing what we're working on and what we're doing. And one of those things will be my website. So if you feel like you need support or a personal therapist, I'd love to work with you. realtalktherapywithrachel.com. But yes, again, everything that we say here is our own thought, our own opinion. Sometimes not even factual, definitely not intended to be therapeutic. So
we're just two fragile people in a fragile world.
Oh, we're fragile.
We're
I
fragile.
found that out today.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm writing a book. I quit my sports jobs to start. I've been a writer my whole life, but I've really dove deep into writing, and I'm writing a fiction fantasy series, 5-book series, and I've quit everything I've done to do this and write, and it's going to be amazing. It's coming out ideally this year, so I'll keep you guys updated.
Wow.
And I'll probably put my Patreon somewhere around here so you guys can click and stay up to that.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll put our socials up.
Yeah, we're going to list a whole bunch of stuff when we get there and figure that out. So
yeah,
we're doing big things.
We're doing big things.
The moral of the story is just quit your job.
Quit your job.
Yep.
Yeah, quit your job and just follow us.
We're here to give out good advice.
Yeah, exactly.
No, honestly, though, like I am pro this season of life. I left corporate world, corporate America, whatever you want to call it, and went into practice for myself. And it's the best thing I did. So I'm like that. I guess you could call me jaded. I don't really know, but I'm like, everybody should quit their job.
You're whatever you want.
Yeah, do what you want. It's just who I am.
Yeah, exactly. It's just who you are.
It's just who I be.
Yeah. And because you love yourself so much, you love me well.
I do.
Exactly.
I have a full cup, Cal.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Join us. See you.
See you soon.